Hello there, this is David from David Books and Comics, and today I want to talk about a book haul. And this is more of the giveaways from my cousin who doesn't want, is downsizing the collection that he had. He's still a collector, but he's downsizing from the books that he's no longer interested in. And this is one of them. This is A. Van Vo's Slan. It's a Panther British edition. It's got the store stamp still on it. Yeah, and so there you see, first printing is 1953, the Panther edition, published 1960, and this is a reprint from 1968. So that's that Slan. Okay, so that's that one. And he also has a huge collection. This may be a double. This is a Harlequin, early Harlequin, number 191. And it's Prison Doctor. So he reveals the strange world within a world of prison system, grimly and dramatically. Comes to life in these pulsating pages. So this is basically a true account of the work of a prison doctor. So that's by Louis Berg, MD. What do we have here? It says here an original Ballantyne. I don't think that's an original, but anyways, this is Martian Time Slip by Philip K. Dick. And it says Ballantyne original, so we'll have a look. Tape. Yeah, so it has quite a roll there. So let's see. Yeah, looks to be like the PBO paperback original. Also known to SF aficionados, here embarks on a richly satisfying and exciting extrapolation of the problems of living on Mars. Interesting. So that's Martian Time Slip. All right, there's that one. And what do we have here? It's called a Dell Mapback. A lot of people collect these. This is a very nice one. This is Dell book number 585. Mary Roberts Reinhardt, The Circular Staircase, complete and unabridged. There you go. So that's that one. And we have Alanine Norse, which I believe is Andre Norton. Alanine Norse, so Scavengers in Space, complete and unabridged, fast-moving tale. Far Future deals with the quest of the Hunter brothers for a mysterious bonanza located somewhere in the asteroid belt. Interesting. That should be interesting. And this is A Lion, Noel Langley, Cage Me a Peacock, a story of a double-crossing wife, Althea, woman to stir the world. Interesting. So that looks like a reprint. This is Lion book number 63. We have a Jim Thompson. This is a Lizard paperback. This is After Dark, My Sweet. That's After Dark, My Sweet. And then we have Swell Looking Babe, another Jim Thompson. These are lizards, paperbacks. Kind of hard-boiled. Not kind of, but hard-boiled. And we have another Richard Sale, Dell Mapback. This is, leave these aside. Where do you see covers like this anymore? This is Benefit Performance. Okay, Bell Mystery. Looks like it's never been. There is spine and it needs a cleaning. Copyright 1946. Okay, so that's that one. That's Benefit for Performance. And this is a famous A. Van Bo, The World of Null A, one of those once-in-a-decade classics, John W. Campbell. It should be an interesting read. I've never read this one. Greg Bear. It's a new book, a Tor edition. Orson Scott Card. I'm not a fan of his writings. I might not take that. Move that aside. And this is a very ratty copy. It's an ace double, it's an old one, of Cosmic Manhunt. This is an ace original, Elsewhere de Camp. It's a giveaway. That's what they look like. Complete and Utter Ridge, Clifford D. Simic. Alright, so that's that one. Theodore Sturgeon. Interesting. Here's a Peter Raby, Black Lizard. Peter Raby is another one of these very good writers. And this is an Avon, very old Avon, Somerset Maugham. The Gentleman in the Parlor, complete and unabridged. And there's a Dell, what looks like a Dell Mapback. This is The Fallen Sparrow, Dell book number 31. Sure enough, it's a Dell Mapback. Alright, so that's that. That's The Fallen Sparrow. Oh, Margaret Miller. She is the wife of Ross MacDonald. So this is Wall of Eyes. This should be a nice one. Fairly nice copy. Dell Mapback. Wall of Eyes. And this is a keeper. This is Philip K. Dick. A Maze of Death. And a review from Rolling Stone. The most brilliant SF mind on any planet. How's that for a review? So this is a Bantam edition. Okay, Dick. We'll have a look here. Copyright 1970. Doubleday edition, July 1970. The Bantam, that's what this is. September 1977. Alright. So that's that. This is the Bantam edition. 14 earthly exiles on an island in boundless space, 14 victims of a murderous power. Is this nameless menace the product of their own darkest imaginings, or some richly mysterious, infinitely more terrifying other? Interesting. Okay, so that's Philip K. Dick, A Maze of Death. And this is an ace. Andre Norton, Crossroads of Time. Fairly nice copy of that. This is David Duncan. This is Ballantyne, author of Dark Dominion. Beyond Eden. Interesting cover. It says originals. Where's the border between life and non-life? Between living organism and lifeless rock? Interesting. David Duncan. Let's have a look. Quote from Genesis. It's never been opened, really. This is copyright 1955 by David Duncan. It looks like, yeah, this is an original novel, not a reprint, published by Ballantyne Books Incorporated. Okay. There it is, the original. Wear, shelfware, number 102, Ballantyne. And damage to the spine. Alright, so that's Beyond Eden. And there's a reading copy of Christopher Priest's Inverted World. Christopher Priest reminds me of the writings of H.G. Wells. It comes from that tradition of SF. Ray Bradbury in this short story compilation, I think. The October Country. Yeah. That's the October Country. Brian Aldiss, Starship. Mankind has reached for the stars, but found its destiny in primitive savagery. It's like almost a Tarzan story. It's called Starship. And there's The Man Who Fell to Earth by Walter Tevis. Pan. So it's a lion, Pan. Copyright 1963. So a movie called The Man Who Fell to Earth. This is Poul Anderson, World Without Stars, Marooned Between Galaxies. Looks like an adventure story. Yeah. Beautiful cover. First book publication. Claims to be a paperback original. The artist. Don't know. There appears to be a signature there, but I can't recognize it. So that's World Without Stars. Carter Dixon. He Couldn't Kill Patience, or Murder in the Zoo. Mapback. Adult Mapback. That's Carter Dixon or John Dixon Carter, I think. And this is, oh my God, Daw book number 1. Spell of Witch World by Andre Norton. Is that a Goggin cover? Yes, it is. Jack Goggin. And it's the 5th impression of Daw book number 1, Spell of Witch World. Very interesting. Okay. Move those aside. This is Jack Vance, The Dying Earth. Third impression, first pocketbook, March 1977. That's The Dying Earth. J.G. Ballard, Terminal Beach, Penguin Science Fiction. And it looks like a British 4 to 6 pence. Copyright 1964. It was published by Victor Gollancz. Alright. And of course, there's Hyperion. Inspired by the eschatology, I think, of Teilhard de Chardin. That's Hyperion. And this is an ace double, or an early one, D471, The Secret Martians. So Sanctuary in the Sky, this is by John Brunner. And Jack Sheckley, The Secret Martians. First book publication, it says. Cornell Woolrich. Oh my God. He's always a nice read. This is Avon number 6, 106. That's that one. The Black Path of Fear, Cornell Woolrich. 1944, copyright Avon. 1946 was first Avon. Copyright 1944 by Cornell Woolrich. Okay. And we have the classic novel from the Amber series, Nine Princes in Amber. This is a great, great story. The story of Corwin, who wakes up in an asylum, in a psychiatric hospital. And doesn't remember anything. And pretends he's rescued by somebody, escapes, and then he pretends that he does remember. And it's later on that he doesn't remember when he admits it to one of his brothers, one of the 9 princes who was his brother. 9 princess and princesses. Anyway, so this is H.P. Lovecraft, Dream Quest of Unknown Kadath, and The Doom That Came to Sarnath, and Other Stories. So that's that one. And move these aside. And then you have another ace double, D479. It says first book publication, Wilson Tucker. And then Earthmen Come Home by Poole Anderson. Yeah, so Damage to the Spine. Good reading copy. Oh yes, Highway Bookshop. I don't know if it's still there. And that's to the Tombach station. And this is this one I'm keeping for sure. This is Darling It's Death. It's part of my Richard Prada. It's poor condition, but I do not have this edition with this cover. This is a reprint, I think. It has damage. It says gold medal original, published first by Gold Medal anyway. So this is the second printing from September 1955. So Darling It's Death. That's a keeper. That's part of my Shel Scott collection. This is another gold medal, an original novel by Theodore Pratt, Cocotte. Okay, so that's that one. And a very early ace double, D73, Adventures into the Far Future, edited by Donald A. Wollheim. Okay. And the other one is Tales of Outer Space. So these are anthologies. All right. So that's Adventures in the Far Future. Oh wow. Adele Matback, The Blackbirder by Dorothy Hughes. Another keeper. Anne Avon, Madwoman. Ooh, needle cover by Emily Harvin. Wow. Okay. Printed in Canada. So that's Madwoman. This is Arthur C. Clarke's Expedition to Earth. Really nice copy. An original, it says. And here's a Hercule Poirot mystery. Cards on the Table. Adele Matback. Alright, so it gives you a key where everything is. Cards on the Table. This one is neither 5 nor 3 by Helen McInnes. It's been abridged. Okay. Looks like a mystery novel. Frederick Pohl. Never seen this cover. This is Slave Ship. Ballantyne book number 192, an original, it says. William 10, The Square Root of Man. William 10. Part of a 6-volume publication celebration of William 10. The Square Root of Man contains some of his earliest work, including the very first story ever published, Alexander the Bait. So this is an anthology book. Another William 10. It says Originals of All Possible Worlds. Ballantyne book number 99. Okay, Dashiell Hammett. This is definitely a keeper. Hammett Homicides. Del Mystery. Matback. San Francisco. That's the... Yeah. That's the Continental Op mystery stories. Continental Op being the detective. He's an operative of the Continental Detective Agency called the Continental Op. There's October Country, Ray Bradbury, short story collection. Deadly Image by Edmund Cooper, Ballantyne book, number 260, never read it. Frederick Pohl, Tomorrow times 7. It's 325K. Then we have one of the Dark Tower series. the gunslinger. Kim Stanley Robinson, The Gold Coast. More H.P. Lovecraft, The Lurking Fear. In the Mountains of Madness. And The Case of Charles Dexter Ward. And another Jack Vance, The Last Castle. Winner of the 1967 Nebula Award for Best Short Novel, The Last Castle. And the other one is World of the Sleeper by Tony Russell Wayman. Okay. Never read these, but I was curious. I've been always curious about it. Hyperion, The Fall of Hyperion. This is Greg Bear, Queen of Angels. Crime, Punishment, and the Borders of the Mind in a World of Wonders, Wealth, and Perfect Mental Health. A famous poet commits gruesome murder. Why? That crime, that question, leads to a policewoman to a jungle of torture and forgotten gods, a writer to the bohemian shadows of a vast city, and a scientist directly into the mind, the nightmare soul of the psychopath himself. Wow. Queen of Angels. Okay. This apparently is a really good book, which I've never read. This is My Name is Legion. And here's the Pan Science Fiction Edition, James Tiptree Jr. of 10,000 Light Years from Home. Let's have a look inside. It's a Del Rey. Let's see. First publishing agreement in 1975. This edition published by Pan in 1977. Yeah, so this is like it's a short story compilation. 10,000 Light Years from Home. The Illustrated Man is anthology of short stories. Same with the Martian Chronicles. And an original, William Tenn, The Human Angle. There are a lot of these are like keepers. And this is Valis, of course, by Philip K. Dick. Beautiful cover. And again, I believe this is the original. 15 Fascinating Voyages Through Space and Time, 10,000 Light Years from Home. And Jerome Whedon, What's in It for Me, Avon. George Herman Cox, Alias the Dead, down that back. There you go. And a Hercule Poirot mystery. There is a Tide. This is a later Dell, number 830. And this is another ace double. Move this aside. This is the Angry Espers by Lloyd Bickel Jr. and Robert A.W. Lowndes, The Puzzle Planet. First book publication, it says, a paperback original. This is a famous science fiction novel. This is Stanislaw Lem, Solaris. Then we have Waltz into Darkness by Cornell Woolrich. Brian Aldiss. We'll look at Dan Simmons, The Hollow Man first. Let's look at this. It was made into a film, if I'm not mistaken. Copyright 1992 by Dan Simmons. Cover art. John Jude Pellinkar. Alright, so that's that. And this is Brian Aldiss, Panther Edition. Greybeard. Henry Kane. Yeah, this is a Del Matback. Here's that. So, slight spine roll. Move these aside. This is Europa by Robert Berthaud. And yeah, that's kind of a... Okay, so that's Europa. This is The Seven Sexes by William Tenn, original Valentin, apparently. And this is Reach for Tomorrow by Arthur C. Clarke and Valentin. This is an original, but I don't know. And this is Tales from the White Hart, Arthur C. Clarke. Sparkling collection of scientific tall stories by Arthur C. Clarke. And there's a Doc Savage omnibus, which is one of the rare Doc Savages. And it has 4 novellas or novels. Alright, so that's that. And then we have this one, What Strange Stars and Skies, Avery Davidson. And of course, ooh, this one's a keeper. This is Stormbringer, the last of and one of the best covers. Moorcock, Michael Moorcock. Yeah, this is a keeper. Let's just have a look. This is the original. First off printing, November 1977. And this is the revised original edition that Michael Moorcock authorized. It's the best version of Stormbringer. This one. Joanna Russ, The Female Man. Hal Clement, Mission of Gravity. Move these aside. This is Harlan Ellison, illustrated. Let's have a look. Repent, Harlequin, said the TikTok man. Wow. So this is the illustrated Harlan Ellison. The discarded. Deeper than the darkness. And what is this? Anyway, so this is the illustrated Harlan Ellison. Very interesting. That's that one. Greg Bear. This is The Forge of God. That's Greg Bear. Another version of the Martian Chronicles. This is the Balancing Book Edition, later Grandmaster's Edition. And this is a nice cover. Dune. Probably the best of all the Dune novels. Looks like this one's never been cracked. I read this years ago. And that's Eritreides, the Arrakis planet. It reminds everybody of Tatooine. This is one of the best space opera novels, if you can qualify it as that, ever written. That's Dune, Frank Herbert. And Dabuk, Arian Zimmer Bradley, Dark Over Landfall, book one of the saga Dark Over. Okay. Tenth Impression, copyright 1972. This is The Wooden Star by William Tenn. Of Men and Monsters by William Tenn. So that's that. So my cousin must have had all the William Tenns. And we have Popular Library. Cover, Anthony Boucher. A Fergus O'Brien mystery. The Case of the Crumpled Maze. And there's a lion, Ludwig Lewison. Anniversary. Adele Book 510, Richard Hallis. You play the black and the red comes up. Nope, not back. New York Confidential. The Big City After Dark by Jack Late and Lee Mortimer. And is it? Yep, it's Adele Matt back. And then we have Caves of Steel by Isaac Asimov, the Signet edition. Isaac Asimov. One of the better novels of his is Caves of Steel. High Vacuum, Charles Eric Maine, an original. And there's Witch World by Andre Norton. And that's it for this edition of the book haul. There is more to go through, and we'll check it out again. So thanks everyone for watching. Okay, and as always, feel free to comment, and remember to give me the like, the thumbs up, and again, please feel free also to subscribe to the channel for more of this vintage content, as you saw from some of the books I showed, and some very interesting writers. All right, thanks so much. Bye.